I'm actually really nervous right now. My stomach's a little fucked up.
Mine was messed up this morning.
I got the bubble guts right now.
Yeah.
I do.
I feel like this is a setup somehow. I don't know for what.
I feel like I set myself up.
We set each other up.
How in the world could we set ourselves up for disaster? I know, we should bring on our wives. We should bring on the women that know more about us, all of our dirty little secrets, all of our insecurities, all of the stupid things that we have ever done that we don't want anyone to find out, and all the torturous things we have done to them. And this is their opportunity to out us or make us look like fucking rock stars.
It can be hit or miss, honestly.
That's why I'm nervous.
I think it depends on the topic.
I mean, I gave her a stern talking to this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't. I
In
didn't.
quotes, don't. No, his pep talk was, "Don't fucking embarrass me."
Yes.
I didn't get that.
Oh yeah,
Well, please don't.
it was really motivating. So excited now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, everyone, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the HWMF Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Feroce, here with my heterosexual life mate, Bob.
Good morning.
And our esteemed colleague, Mr. Shane, is on the podcast.
Hello.
But somehow more important than Shane is our beautiful wives, Miss Hannah and Miss Kim.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, dear God.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
I was not hot. I was cold this morning.
Uh-huh.
I put on the hoodie because it's cool with the release and it looks cool, and now I'm sweating already. I'm going to be fucking sweat through this like I just did cardio. So this has been long-awaited podcast. We have had tons of requests for the both of you to be on here. So rule number 1, speak into the microphone. Make sure that they can hear you, because that's probably the biggest complaint from people when we bring on guests. Right here.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Right here.
Got it.
But no, it has been one hell of a year. We've done what number of podcasts is this, Shane? Like
I'm
150 something?
150 something.
Yeah.
50.
That's about right.
It's a lot.
4.
I can
And-
check here.
55? It's
And-
55, I think.
Through it all, you guys have never been on this podcast. We have talked about you guys probably more than anyone else. So I asked questions. I posted the thing on the stories last night.
Yeah.
They range from like very motivating and inspiring to the most raunchy, fucked up sex stuff. So I'm like, this should be interesting.
All
It
right.
should be that. It should be fun. It should be motivating and also revealing. I think there's a few things that I've said on here about the crazy things that I have done or we have done that we've cut out. Some of the things that I've embarrassed myself about that we've cut out of this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple occasions. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
But no, I think the biggest question that we got was what it's like to live with Bob and I, and what it's like to be with such intense people. And I guess right now would be the greatest way to start this by asking, what is it like from your perspective around release times? Because we are about to release the biggest AAR release we have ever done, and I think it has been the most intense. So I don't know. I guess that's where we'll start with that question.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Oh man. Well, I feel like to be like when the whole thing kind of starts, it is a roller coaster regardless. You have really good highs and then really good lows, and as far as us being the wives, I mean, we kind of just have to be on their wavelength for the most part. Kind of be like a fly on the wall, be available whenever they need to be. Because for the most part, I don't know for you guys, but Bobby and I typically tend to be on opposite wavelengths all throughout the year. Like, he's in a different spot that I usually am mentally, physically, and everything. So release time, I have to be on his wavelength regardless. And that's just pretty much doing everything you can. Dinner, making sure things are like kind of all organized in the house. Step aside. Sometimes I feel like he's just going back and forth and I'm just standing there like, yep, go ahead, do your thing. And I don't want to say like I have to cater to you, but it's part of being your wife in a business like this is I have to support you in that type of way, whether it's emotionally, just listening to you and everything else. So,
I mean, I never thought of it that way that you do like kind of sync up with my
Yeah.
wavelength. Because like usually all year we're kind of butting heads a little bit, just like with my emotional roller coasters with work. But I have noticed like I come home stressed out, and it's like, I don't know. It's like you
Yeah.
already lived my day. Like you already knew what happened.
Like I already expect
Yeah.
the mood and the conversation or the attitude to walk through that door. So I'm like, it's almost like I have to give myself a pep talk, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Truck just pulled in.
I can definitely relate to the, oh man, the truck just pulled in. What's it gonna be?
Yeah, or if you don't get a phone call when they're on their way home, I'm like, oh shit, he's pulling in already. He didn't call me.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared. You're
Yeah,
like
that's-
scrambling.
I think for us, we don't talk much. Honestly, during release time, we don't talk much because you're just in your zone. And like you said, I kind of just step aside and I do everything that I can do. I don't really bother you. I try to prepare as best as possible. Keep the house clean. That gets dirty as fast as I can clean it. Every single time he walks through the door, there is another box of shit.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, where are we going to put this?
That's what I was waiting for.
I just had to buy more hangers.
That's what I was waiting for. That was what I was waiting for, because it's literally around release time. It's me walking in every single day with multiple boxes, and I know it fucking drives her crazy.
Yeah.
Because I put them right there, right when you walk in. It's like right there. So it just keeps going right there, right there. And then they stack up. And right now, there's like 45 fucking boxes in the house. And she's like,
Suitcases?
hey, the mugs. What's with the mugs? Because they have 6 mugs lined up on the dinner table. But no, I'd say that's exactly what it is. Because people always ask, like, how do you guys do it? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just with someone who loves me unconditionally. Like, you have to love me to live with me.
Yeah.
I'm not easy to love. I'm easy to like on like my really good days. Everybody loves me on my good days. Like, man, Seth's such a great guy. Oh yeah? See him on a bad day, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's why, like, if I don't say anything, then there's nothing to argue about.
That's a good point. I mean, just let it go, right? Yeah, right.
It's so intense. It's
Yeah.
so intense. But it's
It's almost like it's hard to even describe. That's how intense it is sometimes.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it somehow always works out.
Yeah.
Somehow it always works out.
You know, I often think, because I don't know, I don't really think about it, like release time, Black Friday. I don't really think about what's going on in my head. I just think about like what has to get done, you know, because we're always strapped on time, and you know, we're doing this for 3 different brands right now, and it's not easy. But I never really thought about like their perspective in on what exactly we're doing. You know, like when you two finally see like the blog, you know, because that's kind of like the cap to like the busiest week, which is content week. Like when you see 44 items on the blog, like, do you get just as excited as we do? Like, not even just excited, but like my mind is blown that like we could actually do this. Like this actually got done.
He makes me look at the blog one time with each of the songs that you put on there, so we can get the feel with each of the
Vibes.
songs. So, yes,
Yeah.
I get very excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this a couple of times, and then you said it maybe a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I don't feel like we're not supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Like, we're not supposed to be here. I'm just some silly podunk fuck from Western PA that likes lifting weights, and somehow all this cool shit happened. And we got 46 fucking employees now. And I'm like, man. And then you're like, no, Seth, I think we are supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So whenever we do cool shit like this, it's like, of course, like people look at what we do and they're like, man, this is fucking wild. And then still to this day, whenever I look at what we do, I'm like, man, this is pretty fucking wild. Mm-hmm. And then these two, it's probably hard, like, because sometimes whenever I look at like what we do, whenever we take a break or take a breather, I'm like, man, that's pretty fucking crazy. We're doing all these things. And then for them, I'm like, somehow, even though as ruthless as we are on our bad days, they're still like, Such a good job, honey. Because they know deep down that we are soft little bitches at times, and we just want our backs rubbed. And it's like, yeah, and then you do it. You guys somehow know when to do it because we talk about it often.
And I think the other thing that comes into play too is just thinking about where everything was when it first started. You know, showing a blog with 44 items, and you're just like, damn, like I can't believe how far this has come. It is insane sometimes to even think about. And I think that's why we probably stay like more like just on the sidelines and are just more humble during the whole thing, because we've seen this whole thing come and go every single year, and it just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, we are on a cycle every year.
Yeah.
It's all the same. Like the spring is the same, the summer the same, coming into the fall, and then holiday season. We've been doing the same thing since 2016.
Literally.
Yeah.
We're like, man, the years are really ticking by, huh? No shit, dickheads. All you do is work. But no, it's that has been the biggest question. That was the biggest question for people was, what is it like with us? Like busy time. And then the other question was just from a general standpoint. We'll go through some of the fun ones. But the general standpoint was how does like the guys were like, how do you get my wife to understand that I'm trying to build something and I'm trying to grow something? And I mentioned this to Hannah last night. I was like, this is a question. She's like, I need to know what the fuck to say. Hannah doesn't do good in public speaking settings, everyone. Doing pretty good so far, though.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'd say.
But you look very nice today.
Aw, thanks. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. But it was, but people asked, like, how do they get their like, you know, because if they're going to try and do something extravagant and they have kids and they have, they still work a full-time job and they're trying to get this side gig going and all this. And she's like, I don't know, just do it. Just patient. And I think that's like one of the qualities that I loved so much about you when we started dating was the fact that you were patient and that you you were patient with me. You were driven, yet you were pretty laid back about, oh, you want to start a supplement company. That sounds like a good idea. I think you should. And I'm like, it does. Meanwhile, I have no idea the level of intensity it was, anything like it. She's like, yeah, you should. And I think that that's a quality that you possess that not a lot of other people do or other women do. And that's why, like, I constantly say, like, choosing a life partner is so important. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to find a life partner. You can't just find, like, a hot piece of ass, even though you are. So, but it's like, I mean, I hit the lottery, but that's what I try and tell the young people is you need to find a life partner that wants to grow and do incredible things and not just like, yeah, I'm cool doing this. Because otherwise you're going to have to be cool just doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's kind of how it is with all four of us, though. Like, we all work together so well because we all support each other. Like, you support Kim, she supports you, he supports me, I support him. Like, nobody is better than the other one. When it's my time, you know, for gymnastics and my busy season, he supports me and he does what he needs to do. So I feel like during these release times, that's what I need to do for you and just be there and not give you any shit or make things more difficult than they already are.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, for me, it just trust. You just literally have to trust each other. Mm-hmm. When you came to me with the idea, I started grad school, and you're like, I'm going to quit my job and start a company. And I'm like, all right, like, what? Okay. You know, like, but I trusted you because.
I was hoping you were going to bring that up because that seems so long ago for me. And there's things I've actually physically removed from my brain, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember that time.
No.
Like, I do a little bit. I more so remember talking to Seth about me quitting my job and telling the business owner where I work to fuck off for the last day.
Great.
But, like, I don't ever really remember, like, us being we sat down and we were both like, hey, let's commit. This is it.
Yeah.
But then when the day came, like, was there any, like, were you worried at all ever?
I mean, I guess in a way, yeah, but I mean, we were young. How old were we? Like, I don't even know how old. It was 2016. But like I was
2015, and it's 2015.
yeah.
No, it was 2016
Yeah.
when you quit.
Yeah, I was 26, 27.
And I think we were all like at that age where like, you know, we had credit card debt. We put a ton of shit on credit cards. I paid student loans with a credit card. Like we had to fill the oil tank in our house with a credit card all the time. And we had the conversation. It was like, sell your dirt bike and something else. And we're like, yeah, we'll just see how it goes for the most part.
The Volkswagen.
Yeah, and then a car. Yep, my parents helped. We needed a new washer and dryer. My parents helped me with that. Helped us with that. So, I mean, but I knew just knowing you for how long, anything you've ever said that you were going to do, you did, and I trusted you from the very beginning, 100%. So there's no question about it. It was just like, this is going to be really hard. Like me being in grad school. I mean, I pretty much slept at my parents' house a lot of the days during the week when you left. But I was like,
it was
all
the
right.
worst time to quit a full-time job.
Awesome.
Like hands down the worst time.
It was awesome.
Like I was working 3 12-hour shifts, and then it was clinical the other 2 days, 5 days a week. Or I just worked every weekend or every other weekend. It was just... It was a
it
mess.
was fucking
but-
mayhem.
Like looking back, I don't know what's more nuts, like that, being scared and broke, and like going through all this new shit for the first time, or just working through the shit we've been dealing with now since we started everything. I don't know what's more intense.
I don't know either.
I don't know either.
Like I said, I think I removed that. I think that's gone from my brain.
What I would say is like how I said we're not supposed to be here, and you were like, no, we are. It's because we thrive in these environments. And somehow that was at the beginning is whenever I went through all of my personal bullshit and then became a single dad. And somehow you were going through all your bullshit with that, us doing this company. And then I remember when you quit your job, I was at Apex Solutions. You called and I was about to leave and you were like, hey, I'm quitting. I told Dave to fuck off. And I'm like, nice. I'm all pumped up and I'm still working a full-time job myself.
Like, shit, it's my turn.
Yeah, and then after that, I was like, "Yep, here we go. I'm quitting too." But it's, I think that I don't know, like you thrive in those type of environments. Intensity. It's so cliche to be like diamonds are built from pressure, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, man. When you're under pressure and your back's up against the wall and you want to achieve something, you just do it. And don't think that it was easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of times whenever it was not fun.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of times where I didn't speak to this one for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there.
Yeah, because it's part of it. It's the a lot of people listen to this and think that everything's rainbows, blowjobs, and good morning sex, and at the same time, no, there's some really rough times that we don't talk about that are like, nope, I didn't talk to her for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was because it was just I was in a zone and I just mentally put it out of my head and I needed to kind of realign my shit personally before I went back to having a relationship. Because if I went back in there, like I mean, I didn't leave the house. It's not like we were like, "Fuck you, I'm leaving you, you sack of dog shit."
Yeah.
No, it's like, nah, I think I need to get myself straight before I speak to you again. Because if I speak to you, I might really freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. But
And
yeah.
I think as we like grew together with the company, like now I'm like, okay, what's your problem? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, fucking tell me what's going on. Did I do something? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't. Like, we just have those conversations now.
See the way you're breathing?
Yeah.
Cut that shit the fuck out.
But as you get comfortable and with each other, you just kind of, let's nip that in the ass. What's going on?
And we've been through some heavy times. I mean, we've lost money just from, removing a business partner. We've been through some heavy fucking shit and with the company. So these are things that like, motherfucker, I don't know how I'm supposed to handle this. How am I supposed to react to this? I don't know. So this is the reaction you're getting? Please just deal with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like it wasn't even like, yeah, we had some few days that we wouldn't talk to each other. I feel like we had some off like months, like even off 6 months, like an off year throughout the last 5 or 6 years.
Oh my gosh,
because I mean, I can honestly say like whatever page we're on right now, I didn't feel the last 2 years.
no.
I'm a fucking stud, let me tell you. I'm with you. Right now where we are,
Yeah.
I don't even, I somehow would like to replicate this very often.
Yes. Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it is. I'm either really bad and you are so good, and I'm like, you fucking like I'm like the mean one then
Yeah.
because I'm just in a bad spot mentally,
Yeah.
and then it switches,
Or
and
it
I'm like,
switches,
oh come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, let's. He's like, oh,
But there's a
no.
lot of days that's like we're both in a good spot, like, and
Yeah, I don't know.
it feels good. It feels
It
good.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
There was this thing I saw on the TikTok or Instagram Reels or something where I don't remember if it was an older lady or like some philosophizer was talking about the rule of being 100%. Like if you're 30, he's 70. If you're 50 and 50, or like where you at percentage wise. It was like a cool concept, but it actually is somewhat true, and like that's what makes a good relationship. And then all of a sudden, whenever you're both firing on all cylinders, you're bad motherfuckers. Like some incredible shit can happen. And it's just unique because I know, like, whenever it comes meat season, I'm like, deep breaths, deep breaths. Meat season is upon us because meat season means that she's going to be super stressed out. And like, if I go to a meet, that means I'm going to have SJ, and then it's like, okay, what's the routine? What's the gig? Who's, what, where, when, why? And she's like, would you just calm down? I'm like, no. It's not. I'm not trying to bust your life around. I'm trying to know when I need to wake up. When do I need to have coffee? Because we're at a hotel, so I need to make sure you have coffee in the morning. Like, you have your routine. I want to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
I don't care where I got to go, what I got to do. But if you got to leave at 7:30, when do you want coffee? 7? 6:45? Because that's whenever we'll have the coffee. Like, it's important because it's like, if you can deal with me on my bad days, leading into releases or busy times or big meetings, then I should make sure that I do absolutely everything in my power to do so as
Yeah.
well. Where do you want to eat tonight? I don't fucking know yet. You just tell me, and we'll be there.
Yep.
I think that just explains like who you are as a person. Like no matter what you do, it's 150. Like you just explained. Like
Extreme.
you want to do something for me, it's not just. It's gonna be all in. If you're going to the grocery store, you're going all in. If you're in a release, you're going all in. No matter what it is, you are going
man.
all in. And sometimes I'm just like, settle down.
Yeah.
You're probably just calm and like,
Yes.
I'm good. I got this. Like, you don't even ask for help, but
I'm
it's
like,
just.
whenever, I don't care.
Yep.
Yeah, I bring an added level of anxiety to every situation. Every situation,
Uh-huh.
no matter
Oh, yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Well, even a prime example was Florida when we were in Florida. Like, you were a mess in Florida.
I wasn't even racing.
He was not racing.
I was frantic.
He was an absolute mess, and I.
He said he did a great job.
He did.
I did.
He
right?
did, but you were just a little bit of a mess like the first 2 days, and I'm sitting there and I was like, I'm racing 140.6 miles. I was like, I don't even feel like this is happening. I'm cool, and I'm like,
She was taking a nap in the middle of the day. And I'm like, dude, you should be up prepping. Like, let's move. Let's run a
you
little
should have
bit.
seen the condo. Like, he had all my stuff spread. He's like, I started your bags for you, and I got this and that. And I wake up, and I'm like, wow, like, all right. Like, I
You've
was
never
just,
done this in your lifetime.
I was just like, I was on a whole other level.
That was me taking care of
It
you.
was.
That's
it
what
was.
that was.
But yep, you were great. You were.
Thank you.
But it was funny though to see that. I was like, oh my god.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel very useful when I'm not doing things for work. When I'm like doing something for her, like getting coffee or like dinner for fucking like when we're away or anything like that, I feel like way more useful than I do around here some days.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I did work today. No, you didn't. You got coffee, motherfucker, and watched a kid.
So important.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome.
But no, it's great because I don't know, like you said, like that's just the type of personality I have. Is like I'm going to be 100% intense, over the top. Like that's just who I am.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's the steroids. That was another question a lot of people had. What was it like with sauced out Seth versus Seth now? Would you say that I'm more intense now or then?
Far more intense now. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Maybe just because we were newly together and you were trying to,
Be nice.
yeah. And now you're just comfortable, so you're just.
Dickhead.
I mean,
Just yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I saw, there's probably a half a dozen in here of like what was sauced out Seth, like 2018 sauced out Seth 240 versus now being functional. Like, was I more intense then or now? I mean, I've been telling people the steroids did not make me more intense.
No, I don't think so.
Like, I feel like I'm more intense and aggressive now than I was back then,
Yes.
just in general in life. I feel like the sauce is actually something that comforted me. It was like a teddy bear.
Yeah. No.
I'm
I
saying
could agree.
and I feel like you can't even just blame it on the steroids. Like, you have to think of how the company's literally evolved from 18 till now. Like,
The
there's
stress.
just, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was something because it's such a cliche thing in today's society that, like, oh, steroids, you're a roided out dickhead. And I'm like, no, man, if I was taking Tren, like, I loved the gym. Like, I felt like I was a different human being. And, like, even I was I went through old pictures, like finding Adeline stuff for her birthday posts and stuff like that. And then there was a picture of me in the shirt that she loves me in, that split AAR shirt with the orange and white on black. She likes that one. It's folded up in my one drawer. I don't touch it anymore.
Special nights, huh?
Nope, never coming out. I'm holding it on forever. I'll be like 65 years old one day and I'll break it out.
I still love it.
But going through it, I'm like, you see this picture? This is Tren. This is what Tren looks like. She's like, I love that picture. I'm like, nice.
That's my favorite picture.
Oh, yeah. But no, that was one people were curious about. I guess we could go through. We also have a spreadsheet of a
Yeah.
couple questions,
Oh,
too.
okay.
Spreadsheet.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't do it, though. I
Oh.
think Britt's the one that, because I called her and I was like, hey, you need to find like some trivia stuff, from like newlywed
gotcha,
trivia stuff.
yeah.
Because I was running around yesterday. But here, I have a
I can't imagine the amount of questions.
I have a ton of questions.
Yeah, I guess what she put together, like, I forget how we're supposed to ask it and answer it. Like, I think it's like you and Kim, like, saying, or no.
Somehow we ask questions, and it's whether or not I know Bob better than you, and
okay.
Bob knows me better than you do.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Like one of
right.
those things, like
Okay.
like since
That's a good one.
Gotcha.
heterosexual life
Yeah.
mates over here, and like we're not homos, we like women, but like we know each other pretty well, and it's always been the joke on here about everything that we
Yeah.
have. So that was one of them. But we'll get into some of the questions.
Yeah. Careful what you pick.
This is fun. He's like, so how full of shit is Seth and Bob? I think we've established we're not full of shit.
No, absolutely
No.
not. 100% not.
That's funny.
Is Seth always, this was another one, is Seth always intense, or is there a calmer side, and vice versa with Bob? Pretty
I would say it's probably 80-20.
intense to calm.
Yeah. Because
When-
every once in a while, there are these moments where you're just, I don't know how to explain it. It just seems like you put everything out of your head for a couple hours. But honestly, we get glimpses of those.
Yeah.
Dad's really calm. This is a little wild. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, I mean, on the way here, Emmy was like, what are you going to say? Are you going to say that Dad leaves his stuff all over the house?
Yes.
I was like, I mean, probably. I mean,
That's a given.
That's cute.
I'd say 80-20 is a good. Yeah. I mean, there's probably like a very short period after a release, usually, or
Yeah.
typically. I'm going to say typically it's right after a release that there's a little calmness going on, and then right back into it. Literally right back into it.
I mean, I personally like that, though. I think it's weird when men are overly nice. I kind of liked him for that reason because, you know, I enjoy the intensity
Yeah.
and the manliness.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're overly nice, I just think that's awkward and weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you're a pussy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pussies here.
Be mean to me.
Smack me, won't you?
There it goes.
I'm about to fly off the fucking handlebars.
yep.
That's abusive.
Do we have to censor
didn't say
that
that.
out? Sorry. Jeez.
Oh,
I didn't know.
no, it's
Leave it to me to be inappropriate. I'm with you, Hannah, though. I mean, I feel like, and a lot of times in our life, like if there's not something going on, and there's not any, like, there's no intensity, we're like, what the hell? Like, what are we supposed to be doing? We're lost. Like, I feel like we are lost when there's no intensity in our life. Like, if we're not running out the door and, like, not even saying hi, bye, maybe 2 seconds, you know, to get intimate, like, all of that stuff, like, literally, we don't know what to do. Like, we are just lost.
I say this a lot on here, and she's heard, she doesn't know, like, 18 to 22-year-old Seth, like the fuck off that I was. And I don't think if we met each other back then that this would have ever worked, because I was just a fucking mess. And I say it that like, if I don't have a goal, or I don't have something to do, I find trouble. I will get myself into trouble and do very dumb shit. And that's one of the reasons that, like, the TRX is gone. It's one of the second TRX is gone too. It's those things that I just find trouble. And it's like, if something intense, if I don't have like an intense goal or something, I will do fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's part of my personality.
Yeah. Nope, I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of in that slump right now, just like post-race, and he's racing, and now I'm like, what can I do next year? Like, I'm already like going crazy, writing things out and just planning in my head, and yeah.
Oh, this is a fun one. Who's more annoying to? This should be the one
Oh gosh.
between you two.
Okay.
Who is more annoying to share a bed with? Seth.
Yeah, what was up with last night? Why were you on my side?
I have no idea. I don't
thought
know.
SJ was in there, and then I woke up and it was you.
I don't know why I was there, babe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was in the middle of the bed.
You put all the blankets on me, and I was really hot. Sometimes, like, he gets mad at me in the middle of the night. He says that I'm taking too much blanket, so he'll just rip it off me. Like, do you need me to get my measuring tape out? Like, I'm pretty sure that
I don't do that.
I got my fair share here.
Not like you need much. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my
I don't
gosh.
ever do that. That's sleeping, Seth. That's not me awake.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing that Emmy really wanted me to tell everybody, and that was the one time that you put the jelly in the oven.
Oh, he's
Speaking
sleeping.
of sleeping, Seth, he does his own things. He says that those things don't count when he's sleeping.
Eating while he's sleeping.
Like, you know, when I clean the whole kitchen at 9:30 when I'm dead tired after work, and then I wake up and there's jelly all over the stool and the counter and the handle.
Is there a knife on the edge of the sink?
There's 3 knives in the sink. Yeah. Yeah.
You get a fresh one every time.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I'm still waiting for my chocolate bar from New York he ate in the middle of the night.
So I know I was gonna get back to sharing a bed with this fucking guy. We've shared many a bed,
Oh yeah.
just traveling together, and I mean, I don't know why, but we always tended to have a room with one king size bed.
No.
But yeah, I mean, Seth, he takes up most of the bed, and like when I was traveling with him, that was sauced out.
That was big Seth.
So like, I mean, then that was Big Bob,
That was-
dude.
You were now, Bob.
Oh, we were radiating a ton of fucking heat. Like, I don't even think we used blankets or anything when we fucking traveled together. But all I remember is, no matter where we were, what we were doing, middle of the night, I hear, crinkle that, Seth. I hear this.
Look at that face.
Yep.
Midnight, or like chomping on like a fucking bone from like a ribeye. Either at midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. And I'm like, all right, Seth's just getting his snack. We just ate 3,000 calories at dinner, but he needed his snack. And then I somehow fall back to sleep. And then the next moment my eyes open, he's dressed ready for cardio at fucking 5:45 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, dude, how do you do it? How do you do it? Like,
Crumbs in the bed and
If
everything.
you have ever shared a room with me, that you have a story, even if it was only once. If it was once like him, Shane and I, you and I maybe stayed together like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And the one time we got hammered in New York, we went to, we were at Peter Luger's.
Yep.
And we got pretty tuned up there for dinner. We had a great dinner. And Shane is a chocolate bar guy. Like, Shane just likes candy bars. So I remember it was an M&M Hershey's bar.
Yep.
And, and he had I drank too many Jack and Diets. And in the middle of the night, I'm fucking hurting. I woke up, I'm like, I need food. And I saw Shane's chocolate bar. I didn't have any Chewy bars. I had nothing. So I just went right after it and ate it.
Aw,
In the
Shane.
morning, I was like, hey, bro, I ate a chocolate bar.
That was the first thing he said to
At
me.
least you admitted it.
I woke up and he goes, "Hey, I ate your chocolate bar." I was like, awesome.
You wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah. Hey, you
Start the
looking
day
for
fresh.
It. Yeah, 8:30 in the morning, you just might want a chocolate bar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd
That's
probably.
funny.
Yep.
Man.
We don't keep. That's one thing I do miss. Like sharing rooms was funny as fuck.
It was fun. It was funny.
It was. It has. It's
You're-
been a ride forever.
I feel like your room is probably a disaster between the both of you. There's probably like 20 t-shirts thrown around, hoodies, shoes.
It was shit shows.
Yeah.
The Arnold.
Everywhere.
All I think is the Arnold's.
Yep.
That's all I think about.
Hanging up like wet gym shit in the hotel room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stinks.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Fucking awesome. It was awesome. And then you go in like Alvin's room whenever you travel with Alvin. He has everything perfectly laid out, and you're like, man, look
Color
at you.
code it.
It is. It is.
I stopped in for a cocktail at his room
That's
when-
awesome.
at your wedding, Shane, and like I walk in and he has 2 suited outfits laid out from top to bottom, and I'm like,
It's amazing.
dude, you should see my room right now. Like I brought 1 backpack and he's got fucking luggage. He's got 3 screens set up at his fucking
Oh my gosh.
little hotel desk. But
So
yeah, Alvin
professional.
knows how to travel in style. That's for sure.
He's efficient.
Yeah.
He is.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, no, not gonna happen with me.
Not
No
gonna
way.
happen.
I'm organized when I travel without you.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I know she's not there to clean it up, so like I actually have to.
gotcha. That's what it is.
I have to keep it held together.
You're like, I gotta make her clean up. What can I throw
It's
around
not
here?
even that
No.
I think like, oh, I got to make her do this. I just know.
I'll pick it up.
I just know you'll do it.
Yeah. And I will.
When he gets home, usually everything in his suitcase is just crumbled up in a ball, and all of his cardio clothes are wrapped in a hotel towel.
Yep.
All wrinkled
I've
and
been doing that for years.
you
man.
literally just have to wash everything that's in there, whether he wore it or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
It's a rule.
Yeah.
Yep. Ah, this is a good one. Pet peeves. Pet peeves of each of us that we do, and then things that we have, like our own pet peeves. Like, I know the one thing that drives her nuts about me is I am a fucking stickler for folded laundry. I do not like wrinkled shirts.
No, that's not even one of my pet peeves anymore. I just got used to it.
Oh no, there's a different one I don't know about. I thought that was number one.
Honestly, I would say the underwear beside the hamper and the shower door.
I
I
do-
just shut the shower door this morning.
yeah, because I didn't get a chance to hang up my towel.
That was 20 minutes later.
Because I didn't get a chance yet. I was drying off.
You were dressed.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for me.
I think for me, everything that goes in the hamper is inside out. Every single thing is inside out. Socks, shirt, underwear, pants,
I don't like that either, Kim.
everything.
Oh no, you're ganging up on me.
And,
I am guilty of that.
yeah.
and because you're always in such a rush, you leave every light on possible.
I don't know if that's true.
Bathroom light on a lot. Well, it doesn't help that house has a million light switches
There's
and
a
doors,
ton
first of
Yeah.
all.
fucking light
There
switches
is.
in that
But
house.
and we let pretty much every single bulb burn out, and we finally have all like fresh bulbs. So I don't even know what light switch goes to what bulb. Like we've been
Okay,
in that house
why-
for 2 years.
Yeah.
Why would I turn off the bathroom light if you're like in and out of
I
the
know.
bedroom and
Listen,
the bathroom
hey,
when I'm leaving?
Just answering the question, you know.
I was going to close the fucking door.
Yeah.
I was going to close it this morning.
Well, what about yesterday?
He was gonna. I know it.
And then
Something came up.
and then I'm like getting my second cup of coffee and I hear
There
it close and
goes.
I'm like, fuck.
I make sure I do it nice and loud just so
Oh,
he
yes.
knows that I'm closing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those memes out right now. It's like 5 minutes after your wife asked you to do something, and it was like her stomping by with a ladder in her hand, and he like quick gets up. He's like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, those are funny.
Yeah.
That's every relationship.
Yes, it
every
is.
single one.
Yeah.
And I think that we can laugh about it because, I don't know, we trust each other. We love each other. We're good with everything. Like, if you have like a little bit of resentment in your relationship, then you're fucked. Then closing the shower door, you're like, hey, you don't close that again, I'm going to fucking leave you. You're not leaving me over the shower door. You're
there's
leaving me
none
over
of that.
all the bullshit that I've done. No.
No. And I guess that's considered a pet peeve, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if
just
that's the
laugh
worst
about
of
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do I get? Trying to think. No, you do a really good job. It's me at home. It's me at home.
You always pick like I feel like I do the best that I possibly can, and then you'll pick something. Like this morning, I get everything ready, and you're like, "We need new towels. These stink," and I'm like,
Yeah, we need
"Come
new towels.
on." Like,
I think we need new towels. I've been saying it for a year.
well, you can go buy them.
And the funny thing is, honest to God, like, they say these things and they don't ever like mean it to come out mean or wrong. They're literally just talking out loud, like, or just things with like cooking. Be like, man, I could really go for whatever, and I'm like, of course, like the day I don't make that, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's just
I could really
shit
go
that-
for
yeah.
some cookies. You just said you were fat
Yeah.
2 days ago, and now you
And
want
that,
cookies. You
it's
fucking
literally
asshole.
shit that just comes out of their mouths, and you're like, really? Like, come
Well,
on.
last night we're in the gym at the house, and like I instantly got in a bad mood, like starting to warm up. Like I just felt fat. Like I felt fat. I was like, I'm so fucking mad. I was like, I'm done with all the candy, all the shit. I was like, stop fucking buying it. And she's like, man, good thing I'm making chicken salads tonight. And I'm like, I was like, that's your response? Like, no, like, babe, you look good. It's fine. No. Yeah, well, I made a salad for you tonight.
Tough love.
Fatty.
Well, then he ate the salad. He goes, well, that didn't do anything.
I did say that. I did.
I was like, here we go.
That is.
Just never enough.
I don't know. I think that's
funny.
normal. I think it's
Yeah.
You guys are just far too similar.
yeah. That's a lot of the stuff here is that how similar we are, and I mean actually how similar you two are in things. Like both driven, both hardworking. Like Kim qualified for fucking Worlds going to France.
I didn't do anything like that.
Well, you have gymnastics, and you got a whole entire team, and one of the
Absolutely.
best teams in Pennsylvania. Like both are demanding things. Like whenever people think about like what we do, what Bob and I do for a living, it's like, well, there ain't no fucking way I'm doing this alone. Like I know for a fact, like this is my second go at life, and before it was cool, but there's no way I could have accomplished everything that I'm doing now without you. There's just no fucking way. And same goes in Bob, and there's no way that what you guys are doing would be possible without us. I don't want to say that like arrogantly, but I'm like, I think that what we have is pretty incredible. However, I can't do like I get coffee and plan dinner when we travel. You build bags of stuff, and you're like, hey, what are you doing sleeping? Like, no, you're in it. Like, but it's like it wouldn't be. I think that you just have to be 100% immersed in each other's lives.
Yeah.
Have to.
Absolutely. I mean, I could sit here and dwell on, not working in healthcare anymore and wasting a career and anything. And I don't. Like, I love what you guys built. I love the life that we built. And I always said that I'm here 100% of the time, regardless. And if, what you do allows me to do what I can do for us. And that's what makes a good team is you have to do it together, no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
And if there's any time that you are feeling down or something about like you personally about myself, I got to talk to him about it. You just have to. Just things that you cannot keep inside. It'll only affect your relationship. So.
And I think that the communication, like, it's so important not just to communicate, but to have like good communication and learn the other person's energies. Like, I get super intense. Every now and then I'll fly off the handlebars and talk about skinning people alive. She gets a little nervous when I start talking like that. She's like, hey, shh. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. And she's like, can't handle it. So it's like those things that you just have to recognize what the other person can handle and can't handle at times. And then before she starts talking about something that's really getting under her skin about work or about something going on, she's like, I don't need your advice. I just need to get this off my chest. And I'm like, lips are sealed. Don't do it. But I think that like learning, like just, paying attention. And because at the end of the day, no one in this room here, including Shane, has stayed the same person they were from 5 years ago. 5 years ago, who we all were are not who we are today. We still are ourselves, but growing as a person, and through growth takes, like, there's going to be times that you don't get along. There's going to be really hard times. There's going to be insane highs that you're like, whoa, this shit is fucking crazy. This is nuts. Then you're going to be like, a month later, you're going to be like, I've never felt so worthless in my life. I should kill myself. I should not be here. I am worthless. No, you're just in a different spot than you were. You were just so high, it was insane. You just fell off a cliff. But everybody, 5 years ago, Elegance Elite wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
It was just a thought that maybe I'd want to have my own gym. You weren't doing no Ironmans. You know what I mean? Shane, he's a shitty videographer. And it's like, so these things, it's pretty cool. And you just grow as a people and you constantly go through it. And along the lines, I think that a lot of the people that are having all these questions, it's super scary. And it's really, really hard. It's really, really, really hard. Life isn't easy. Think about how many things, like we talk about, we're all pretty financially secure now. It's nice. We work really hard for it. There's a lot of people out there that do well for themselves and are well off and take care of themselves. And then, but there's other people out there that are struggling. It's like, don't get this twisted. We know what it's like to have no money. We know what it's like to be in a really, really bad spot. You sold your dirt bike, you sold your car, and quit your job. Had $35,000 of credit card debt.
Absolutely.
How's that feel? I know how it feels. I'm never going to fucking forget it. That's how it feels.
Absolutely,
So it's like a lot of these things, and like, how did we get to the point that we are now? Through good times and bad times, through really, really, really shitty times, and then through funny, fucked up times. Like you and I have been together for 6 years now. And that's the next thing, is getting into all the fucked up sexual things that everybody asked. I can't not touch on them.
Let's do
There's
it.
literally like 250 of them.
Oh my gosh.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, our dicks, and how we've said they look the same forever, and everybody's like, no, it doesn't. They don't look the same. Like it's fucking
That's
a ride. The one question was for Hannah. It says, "Is Seth's dick as handsome as he says it is?"
I mean, I think so.
I've said it. I know it's not the biggest dick, but man, it is. It sure is
Oh
handsome.
my gosh.
Yeah. So there's the reason that I think this is so funny is just like, I talk about whenever we show up at work on like a Monday and you're about to go do some ignorant shit, digging holes, some type of hard labor. Monday was always that thing when you're with the guys and you're like about to do something shitty. It's fucking 8 a.m. and raining, chilly, something like that. And you got to go dig holes. And you're like, fuck yes. Jeff Gallia, JG, he would always be like, so, hey, did you get any pussy this weekend? I'm like,
First thing.
yeah, Jeff. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I got a killer blowjob Saturday night. Kelly had some drinks. It was nice. And I'm like, yeah, Jeff, I just got done having coffee with her this morning. He's like, she sucks a mean dick. I'm like,
God.
but it's those things that it's in life. You want to make sure that you're having fun, because that's also like, sexuality is, you better have a good sex life. You better be open. You better have fun. The one thing, I'll start this off by something really fucked up that I know me and this one, that's why we have so much fun, are comfortable with each other. So I said this and we deleted this out of one of the podcasts.
Oh, no.
And
I know
so
which one it is.
you know which one it is. It's coming. So Hannah and I, we have a great sex life. We enjoy each other. It's just, I don't know. It's great. I can't complain. It's really good. But we've had some times that we knew that we were really, really comfortable with one another, because the one time the first time that I fucking just exploded, okay, like shot a huge load, okay, she was on top of me, riding the fuck out of me, and we're going to town. This is early on in our relationship, before I even moved into the house that we're in now.
Boy.
And I'm fucking riding the shit out of me, and I fucking almost shot myself directly in the face. I like dodged myself, and it fucking made like a flap sound up against her arm. And she's like, Jesus Christ! And I was like, man, that was a fucking sick load, bro. Like in my head.
God.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I was all pumped up. And but she was like, my God. And I'm like, holy shit, I almost shot myself in the face. We maybe were together for a couple months.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
but that was one of the times that I was like, man, this is really great. And we had good laughs about it and carried on. But then maybe a few months later, after that, fucking this one's getting me. Like we've talked. I try to win some things. Okay, try to win, and every now and then I don't win. A lot of times I don't win. She's fucking. So the one time, killing me again, just fucking ruining my life. My life is very great, but just eating me alive. And I went again, and I'm fucking all worked up, and I'm about to come, and sure enough, as I fucking explode, I fart. And I'm coming, and she's fucking dying laughing, and I'm laughing. I'm like, that was fucking the craziest thing in the world. And I'm fucking like, what is happening to my life right now?
It's just pressure. It's okay.
Man, the combination of emotions,
Bro,
at that
I
minute.
didn't know if I should laugh or feel bad.
we were dying. She starts laughing. I'm laughing. I'm like, ah.
You have to laugh at that. It just-
Or she just like pretended it didn't happen.
There was no pretending.
I was gonna say that had to have been hard if you did.
We're fucking. We're laying there, and I'm just like, man, this is.
Sweet.
We were meant to be together.
I have never let him live that one down.
Never.
wouldn't.
Never.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's too
That was a
funny.
good one.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Well,
Normal people doing fucking. It was nuts.
I'll say it's better than getting shot in the face and then getting pink eye from that. So,
Oh,
because I had a contact in and then I couldn't get it out.
So like, I mean, placement wasn't like I didn't plan on it, but like I thought it was pretty great.
It was it was direct,
Yeah.
like
Dude,
bullseye.
initial shot right in the eye, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like kind of laughing, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. But then like a half hour later, like she's still fucking with it. She's like, I had a contact in. She's trying to take it out. She's putting drops in. Dude, this thing shut.
Oh.
It was shut for like 2 days.
Oh, yeah,
my
it
God.
3 days, and she's like, dude. And like, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm
disgusting.
like, it was worth it.
I'm
It
either
was
telling
worth it.
everybody you shot me in the eye, or you farted on my pillow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
I feel
good
like
one.
I feel like you always try to shoot it in the face then too.
Listen, it
they
is.
like doing that.
It's like on purpose sometimes,
No,
I swear.
it's not on It's what you see in the movies. You know?
Yeah.
It's always
We
like
are-
in my freshly washed hair.
Oh, or that, yes. Then there's no saving that. It's sticky and you gotta
It's
wash
like,
your
oh
hair
my
again.
god, I'm so sorry. It's like, no, I just washed my hair and straightened it. You know that takes a long time.
Oh man. Yep.
It makes life so much fun.
It does.
It makes it fun.
You have to have fun with it.
No, there's one more time that really stands out to me. Do you remember? Right after
thought you had
you
'em all lined up.
tore your tricep.
Oh no.
I was
Awkward.
like 9 months
Oh
pregnant.
yeah,
Awkward
dude.
positioning.
I'm fucking. She's pregnant. I'm like this.
I was like 9 months pregnant.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
just had surgery on his arm.
Post up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We've been-
was another one that definitely.
Yep.
So we've
That
definitely
and
been
the
there.
fart were.
The fart one was
Yep.
pretty good.
those
Yeah,
are
we've
up
been
there.
there with the knee. There's a lot of awkward positions there.
Yeah.
I mean, for so many years I've been in a brace.
three separate times, like the hip to ankle brace.
Yep.
Yeah, we learned some fancy new positions in
Yeah.
those periods. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have that big bracelet, locks the knee in place, so you it can't go anywhere.
I've never seen the leg so straight above her head. You
Point the
know?
toes, point the toes.
Yep.
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 Yeah, so it was helpful in a way.
Yeah.
Got the job done.
The sex life has been interesting during, now that we're both training like for Ironman. I mean, when we get in the moment, because like we have little time together, so like that's usually when we're throwing down is like any spare minute.
Yeah.
And we're usually both pretty fucking sore or tight from like these workouts. So like we just have to do what works
Yeah,
like in
like,
that situation.
oh, my hip.
She's like, I'm just gonna like lay back right now. That's okay. I'm like, yep, that's good. And then like my glute will cramp up, and
Oh yeah.
there was I'd say 2 or 3 times where legit like
You had bad
completely
cramps.
locked up hamstring.
Oh my god.
Like we stopped,
had to stop,
and
like-
she's like stretching me out. Like I feel like it's like all of a sudden Jake's there stretching my hamstring, making sure everything's good.
Yeah, and we did not proceed.
Yeah,
That is
Usually. Yeah.
yeah.
See that shit. Like, I'm not saying put it on OnlyFans, but that's fucking
That's
funny.
funny.
Like
It
that's
is
like that's
funny.
like a clip Ben would come in and
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, did you see the guy in this porno where they were fucking and his hamstring locked up? Pretty good, dude."
Or like the other day he left for the pool and he must not have put like his swim jammers on. So he texted me, he's like, I'm coming back home. I was like, oh, what's going on? He's like, I didn't put jammers on. So he comes in and like, shoop, and he's like, you ready? And I was like, did you do that on purpose?
Which I didn't, but I'm like, I mean, I'm
He's
naked
like, just
and I
bend
just
over.
got excited.
Yeah, he's like, just
so-
bend over. Come on. Got like 2
Got a
minutes.
couple minutes.
Let me see them cheeks.
Still made it to the pool on time.
You did. Yep. Good work.
There is, I mean, with us, I've told the stories many times that SJ is the Cheez-It baby.
Yeah.
Like, got tuned up in Vegas. Just, it's the night that I kind of remember. But there are pictures that Hannah has in her private collection of me after I've gotten tuned up, and she has taken advantage of me. So I've gotten like there's probably 2 or 3
Yeah.
or where I am. I remember one might have been from year ago or 2 years ago. Either way, I'm fucking tuned up from going out to eat. We come home and fucking go at it. And then I'm laying there like shirt on, like belly out, shirt on. But I'm on the bed laying back like this and just fucking beating dick laying up against my leg, red as can be. And like I'm passed out like this. And I'm like, oh, so you took a picture? She's like, look at this picture I got of you
Oh my
last night.
gosh.
And I'm fucking like, you took a picture of me just completely annihilated.
All out.
I remember
All
you
out.
telling me about some pictures like you just laying there in shorts and like your dick's just hanging out
Oh,
of the
yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
I got those too. Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
And like she won't show me the next day. It'll be like a week later. Like she'll
that's
let me
even
know,
better.
not know. I didn't know that she took the picture. And she was like, "Hey, look at this picture I got of you." And I'm like, "When the fuck was that?" She's like, "A week ago."
It's just a good time to show you
I'm
now.
like, "Who saw this?"
That's awesome.
I didn't show anybody. I just keep it for myself.
Oh man. Bob you used to always fall asleep. Like when we were, like I feel like when we first moved out here and we all went out all the time, went out to dinner and stuff like that. Of course, I'm Bobby's chauffeur, so he literally would pass out on me. At the moment we got into the car, leaving like Eddie V's or wherever we were, out. And I always got pictures of him sleeping.
Yeah.
Like that was like the first like 2 years.
We wouldn't even be like out of the fucking.
We won't even be on the highway yet.
No, we weren't-
376.
Yeah, we weren't even on the highway, and I'd be
Just out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you'd send all of them pictures.
Yeah. Yep.
and-
You'd always
yep.
fall
Yeah,
asleep.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Bob's drinking days.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I could put him down then. Yeah.
I know things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
Can't even have one beer without feeling sick now.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
If I have a couple bourbons, I will wake up and feel like shit. It's
Yes.
crazy.
Heart racing,
It's crazy.
sweating. Yeah.
You always have too much to do the next day, so it's like,
It's never worth
Never
it.
You
worth it,
never
though.
have like a night off and a morning off.
yeah.
No.
Like it's one or the other.
No, it doesn't
like,
happen.
You either got something till fucking 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then maybe like a chiller morning, or the opposite.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's constant. This one's pretty good. If you could be this is from Shane, big demo crew guy, Shane Matthews. If you could be your husband for a day, what is the first thing you would do? And vice versa. If you could be, if you were us for a day, what was the first thing you do, and then what would be your day?
I mean, I think for me, it's going to be just like getting in my car by myself, not having to get anybody else ready, or like getting, like, I'm always doing for the kids and whatnot. So like just waking up and getting in my car and driving.
You got to do cardio first.
Well, I mean, I thought,
It's a joke. I'm just messing with you, because that's what I do.
yeah, no, just like,
Carefree.
yes,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
not carefree. Just when it comes to kids.
Oh man.
Not doing kids. I'd play with my tits first. I would. Yeah.
You got him excited. He was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good."
That's the first thing I'd do. If I woke up and I was Hannah, I'd be like,
That's so funny.
all right, I'm going to see what these feel like. All right, now I'm going to see what this feels like. Rub myself. I just wanna, that way I know.
Yep. Get that out of the way first thing.
First thing, that's absolutely. And then I take a few deep breaths because I got to deal with kids all day. Whether it's at home or at gymnastics. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
That's a tough question. I'd love to just go on a really long run if I were you, just to feel what it feels like to run and just it feel good.
No pain.
No pain.
Yeah.
Yep. And fast. Super fast.
I
Wind.
I would just thoroughly enjoy like being able to be at home like with our boys and
Yeah.
just like that part of our life,
Yeah.
because I think it's so cool. I mean we don't have kids, and I don't think many know like we actually can't have kids, at least with the way things are right now. So I mean, Luna, our two boys,
Yeah.
it's like they are our kids and they are our life. So it's their dogs, but it's the same situation. Like just like you miss being home with the kids more.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get home to see them at night.
I know.
So that little piece, just like that midday like cup of coffee and like little nap with the boys, like I would fucking love that. Love it. You know, and I say that not to like be like, oh, that you're so lucky you get to do those things. I'm proud that you get to do those things.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
we both worked very hard for you to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I
No,
agree.
that's what I kind of feel like that's what you're supposed to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to work really hard to, and that's the one thing that, I say we're not supposed to be here because you really don't know what you're supposed to do in life.
Yeah.
Like how many times have we changed what we've done as a career as adults? You know what I mean? You're like, oh, like as a kid, you're like, this is what I want to do when I grow up. And then you get older and you're like, fuck, that's really hard.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, I didn't really expect like this to occur or that to occur or this to hit me or that to hit me. And then and then all of a sudden you're 25, 26, 27 years old and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know. And then you're like, well, you just got to keep on living and keep working through it. And I think that like, you know, we're fortunate to be in this position to be doing this, but it wasn't easy to get here. And like everybody goes through those things. Everybody has to work through stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of like constantly at a battle with myself sometimes, just being stay at home and, you know, supporting you mentally, emotionally, and everything with the house. And I'm always constantly questioning myself, like, what's my purpose? And, you know, what am I supposed to be doing? And I don't know, just everything that unfolds with work is just always a reminder as when you come home and you talk and tell me things, and, you know, whether you're get emotional or you're angry, and it's just, I know that is what I'm there for. I'm your teammate for the most part, you know, and I think that's why we make such a good team, is we are on opposite spectrums a lot. My mental state is completely different than yours, and it's, you know, I tend to be your mental strength person for the most part.
You are.
So.
And I mean, just circling back to that first question that person had about, you know, like when you're trying to build something, how do you get your significant other on board? Well, that's where that, like, finding your life mate, that's where that comes into play.
Yeah.
If you don't both support each other equally, like whether you're the guy trying to build something greater for your family, and say your wife is the stay-at-home mom, or just isn't the breadwinner of the family, you still need to be putting in all that time and effort to make sure she's feeling special about her life, and that she is purposeful and appreciated, because otherwise, how could you expect them to support you going for your dream, or putting life on the line by quitting a job, selling a car, and going for broke? So the answer to that question, if you're not overly supporting your wife, your significant other, you cannot expect that same strength to be there.
It's a happy medium balance that's difficult to find, because the significant others are still human beings, and money doesn't rule the world. Money rules the world, but it doesn't run everything. Money is very nice, but what we've learned, at least, what I've learned, and we together have learned, that money is nice. However, it's just a tool. It's a tool in life that you can utilize. Like, I could have a whole lot of fun by sitting in the middle of the woods by myself or with other dudes hunting and have the time of my life that costed no money at all. So characteristics and personalities and who you are as a person is ultimately everything in life. And like, throughout all this stuff, it's like you just got to find out who you are, and you got to find out the things that make you tick, and vice versa with the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Like, what makes them tick? What makes them feel alive? And if you're not supporting that, or you don't want to support that person, then why in the fuck are you with them?
Yeah, for sure.
Why would you ever be with somebody that you don't want to support and be like, I will do anything to make you feel good today?
Yeah.
Even though not every day is a great day, 'cause there's things in life that are hard. But in the same regard, you don't want to be taken advantage of and walked all over by somebody.
Yeah.
You got to have and that's why it's hard to find that life partner, because that person has to love you unconditionally and trust you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Good questions.
Yeah. This is another one from Shane. I just scrolled past. We've all heard the tits and ass comments from us. Tits and ass. Which one do you like better? But this is for the ladies. What is your favorite part about about us? Like, what is the I don't know, the physical attribute that you enjoy about us? I'm excited
I mean,
to do
mine's
this.
not sexual, but mine's just.
Typically, women's
wasn't
answers
sure.
are not going to be like, oh, I can't wait to see his fucking cock.
I was like,
no, we can't, because it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
you're not going to see it through his pants, and he's not going to be like, hey, ladies. Well, I mean, I've never
That's
met
so
you
funny.
before, but great dick. I mean, I don't know where it's been, but
That's
I don't think
great.
I want it. It's like, so it's usually for women, it's usually like a physical attribute about that man, like, because it's hard whenever you see somebody that's handsome, or a pretty woman, or something about a person walking around the streets. You're like, man, that's a fucking good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Man, that bitch is put together.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something, because you're a human being.
We're
And
humans.
you recognize it. Yeah, you recognize
Yeah.
it. And trust me, I know this one.
When she's
I'm
looking.
not nervous around many other dudes, but whenever there's a dude that I'm like, ooh, fuck. That's the guy. That's
And
the
you
type of
see
dude.
Hannah
that would,
looking?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just I know, because it's the
That's
guys
funny.
that she's liked. I'm like, fuck, man, damn it. Like Julian Edelman. That was like the first like celebrity thing. It was the Julian Edelman, and I'm like, yep, short, has a beard. Yep,
That's
rugged
funny.
guy, but he's handsome.
Yep.
Kind of like me.
That I was gonna say I like the hairy men.
Older,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hairier, rugged men.
Yep.
Yep.
I love Bob's facial hair, but I have to see your dimples. So that's my biggest thing, is your dimples. They'll never go away.
But I
They've
hope
been
you got
there
that on camera.
since I was 15 when I met you.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing. Still is.
My first grade teacher loved my dimples
Wow.
as well.
Yeah.
She told me about it.
Everybody loves SJ's dimples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you
Yep.
not?
Not everybody has them.
And then with a little scruff going on. And
It's a
then
little-
the hat,
it's
the
a-
backwards. What is it? What kind of hat do I like on you?
The A-frame.
The A-frame backwards hat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 5.
Because then his ears stick out like a little bit from the hat, and I'm like, okay,
See,
that gets me going.
this is the thing. I say we say it on here, and I say it in some videos. Like whenever I'm showing her all the release stuff, and she's like, "Ooh," I'm like, "That was me. That was me." Like this. You're fucking right. So the one this release. So there's a couple this release, but the one was the Neptune jacket, the flannel hooded jacket, the Neptune jacket with the mountain patch tassel cap.
Yeah.
Whenever she saw me walking the slow-mo walk that Ben did of that, and she's like, "Ooh," and I'm like, "Nice." I was like, "I'm going to pull that out here once I'm kind of done being mayhem for the release." I was like, "That's the one." But it's, I don't know, like those things, like I think you're supposed to have those things about the other person. Like she knows there's certain pants that I really like, and when she wears the pants, I'm like, she wore those on purpose.
Yep.
I'm going to stick my nose right in there in a minute.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's supposed to be that way. Oh.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. This is a question. So, do you really enjoy Seth smacking you on the ass every morning? Like I say it in the YouTube videos all the time. I'm always like, make sure you slap your woman on the ass and let her know you love her. And it's like, yeah. People sometimes they might misinterpret that a little bit. It's I say it because a lot of people, with all the fucking Instagram thoughts and the OnlyFans and all the bullshit that's out there in the world, like it's just over sexualized in society. Like I say it because I'm like, you're supposed to love your woman. You're not supposed to love all the other women. Like, at least in my opinion, there are people that have different types of relationships. But I'm like, no, I want to make sure that my woman knows that I love her. She is mine and I am hers. Like the slap on the ass is just a way of saying that let your woman know that you love her, that she should trust you with everything that she is, and not be like he's going out and he's going to do this, or why would I ever want Hannah to feel like I'm out searching for another woman? Like that's fucked up. Like guys that are like, oh man, I want to make sure I get a fucking half a chub and go to the gym in my gray sweatpants so that I can get all the fucking moms riled up. And it's like, you're married, dude. You have kids. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, like you're not supposed to do those things.
Yeah.
Unless you're maybe like a swinger or something like that. Then I don't know anything about those.
Different world.
And they don't talk about it either. I want to learn one day. But I think that it's important that, those things, like that's why I say slap her on the ass, let her know you love her. It's sexual and a little fucked up, but it's actually very endearing because you should be, that should be your woman.
Yeah.
Let her know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bob usually always will like pinch my nipples. And then if he pisses me off, he'll and I'm like, get out of there. Like I'll get irritated and he'll keep doing it over and over
like-
and
like
over
I
and
didn't
over
know
again.
that.
Yeah, like if I pissed her off or something, like we'll be sitting
He'll
on the
come
couch
in with a
and
big
I'll just come
smile.
over and like pinch her
Oh
nipples.
my God.
And
I
she'll
didn't
be,
know
and she'll
that.
be like, oh no. Like no. I'm like, yeah.
He
Or
gets
he'll
the dimples out.
Yeah. Or even if he doesn't piss me off, we'll just be standing there goofing around or just talking. He'll be like,
Just out of nowhere, I just grab.
just go right on in.
Yeah. I mean, if you're at home, you do not have a bra on. So
No.
I mean, that's fair play.
I guess, yeah, for the most part.
I didn't know that.
She last night we were sitting there and I don't know, we get stoned up together on the couch, so I don't really know what's going on half the time. But she grabbed my leg for a second and pulled away and I'm like, oh, I was like, what was that for? She's like, what? I'm like, you touched my leg.
It's just kind
And
of
she's
like a I
just
love you
literally
touch.
just touched you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what are you thinking? Right now, what are you thinking?
The wheels were
dude.
the wheels were really turning
She's
there.
like, dude, I literally just touched your leg. I'm sorry.
Why'd you touch my leg?
Automatically, I'm like, calm down.
I was excited.
That's one of the things about being in the other individual's body that would be so It's so I'm like, what's it like to be a woman? I don't know. What's it like to be a dude? You don't know. You touch the inside of a leg. It's like Dick goes, hello, how are you?
I'm awake.
It's like whoa.
Yeah.
Just touch the leg.
Actually, that is one of like the most like crucial things like you could experience is how easily guys get excited.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like over anything.
Yeah.
Sex, trucks, tools, good beer,
Yep.
good smoke, good bourbon.
Anything.
Children, big kids,
Yep.
big kids.
Yep.
I was talking to Dom, Iacavone.
Yeah.
Or is it Iacavone or Iacavone?
Iacavone.
The guy that owns Raw. For everybody that doesn't know, he has the really nice cars.
Yeah.
And he posted he was doing a workout in his garage, and then he had the one. I don't know what that white car he has
A
is.
McLaren.
I think it
believe.
is.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was like, hey, I got to tell you something. I was like, I'm not a car guy. I'm not into cars. I'm just not a car guy. Every time I get behind the wheel, something bad happens. I was like, but I'm a truck guy. I like it. However, when I see this car in particular, I feel like this car would be my naked car. I'm like, I feel like this is the car
naked.
that I would want to drive on Sunday mornings, butt fucking naked, and just roll the windows down and fly around like the back roads that we have, like the back highway roads, and just fucking zip around 100 miles an hour around the corners and just let the fucking wind hit my
That's
balls.
funny.
And he's like, thanks for telling me. I was like, I don't know, dude. I'm not into him, but this car in particular, I was like, I would want to sit in that car naked.
Oh my gosh. You know he's thinking that next time he gets.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting. I was like, you know what? I just told him this, and he's probably like, dude, you are a fuck off. Like you're a child. And we were joking about stuff like that. But then I was like, I'm gonna see a fucking. I would love nothing more than one day for him to have post a picture of himself, like a selfie, in that car with like no shirt on, and just tag me. Like from the way from up and be like, it's for you. And I'm like, nice.
Man.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. No, I think it makes life fun. There's stories like that when, good friends get together. We're super open on this podcast where we talk like we're talking to everybody as our friends because they essentially are. Like, they follow us. They know a whole lot about us. But, when you get together with your friends, that's what it is about, to know each other and laugh about it. Like I say, like JG, there's a story that I have many stories about that guy, but Jeff doesn't drink very often. And one of the stories that he has was he used to live right next to the fire hall, okay? And there's stories about him and his wife going into the trucks, going in there and having sex in the
my
fire
gosh.
trucks,
Oh, gosh.
getting all tuned up and going in. And then things of him like Jeff doesn't drink much now, like very, very, very rarely. But then there's stories about him fucking being butt naked. And Jeff was a big guy, like a big, thick, scary guy, naked on his quad doing wheelies up and down the road at midnight in Renton. I'm like, that's Jeff. So I think other people have these fun stories. It's
For
just good to
sure.
hear ours about us.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. These are the questions that were in this little spreadsheet thing. We'll do this. I think so. It's Bob and Hannah about me, and then me and Kim about Bob.
Okay.
Okay. So which one do we want to do first? Do you want to go first? Like, what is Seth's favorite blank? Or what is Bob's favorite blank? So would I ask that? Who asked the question?
I don't know. You
Okay,
I feel
so
like
you
Kim would have to ask them to Bob and I, and then I would have to ask them to you and Kim.
Yeah. Or just say what's my favorite.
yeah.
Make it easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just do that.
So I'll go first.
okay.
We'll do Seth, so it's you and Bob versus each other and me. And all you got to do is just see who can come up with the right answer. It doesn't have to be the fastest, but we'll go.
Okay.
And then, okay, the first question is, what is my favorite color?
Orange.
Orange.
Yes, I like orange.
Good
That
job.
was an easy one.
Yeah.
What's my second favorite color?
Green.
Green.
Nice. Okay. I'm so liked. Okay. What is Seth's favorite meal?
Chicken salad.
Or chicken and rice.
I mean, it's changed over the years, but a chicken salad right now is my life. At least I'm kind of starting to
You
get
like
out of
chicken
that.
bowls too.
The chicken bowl is kind of starting to do that. The chicken salad is just my go-to for my belly.
Yeah.
I do like chicken and rice, Bob.
I'd also say like a bone-in filet or a bone-in New York strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're going to like a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then okay. Favorite cut of meat.
Yeah.
See, like you go back and forth
Yeah.
with this, you know, like
Just
sometimes
depends like what you're feeling. Definitely a bone in. You like a
if there's
dry aged.
if there's a bone-in dry aged New York strip or filet,
Yeah.
that's getting ordered.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
No matter what it is, if it's
Yep.
bone in and dry aged, I'm getting it.
Yep.
You do like a ribeye, but not as much as a
Yep.
yeah.
As the other cuts because they're leaner.
Yep.
The ribeye's a little fatty for me. I won't eat sides if I get the ribeye.
Darn.
This one. What is my pet peeve? Said it earlier.
People that don't do their jobs.
That is a very big pet peeve.
Good one.
Fuck. It's hard to put your pet peeves into words.
Just don't piss him off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
My biggest pet peeve, the one thing that I don't know why it is, it's wrinkly shirts, folded laundry.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
That's
Yeah.
the number
I
one.
didn't know that was like number one.
Oh yeah, it starts my day.
Need a crisp
It's
shirt.
bothering him right now. like he,
I thought I did a good job.
No, you do a great job. That has nothing to do with you. You do an excellent job.
She's sitting there
4
like,
years
"Shit, what
ago,
did I do?"
different conversation. No, everything is very crisp and clean now. I'm just saying, like it's not a pet peeve that you do like, but if I go to put a shirt on, like literally to get ready to go to work or do anything, and I have to wear wrinkly fucking clothes, it will not occur.
Yeah.
Doesn't occur.
I mean, I had to get like a laundry folding tutorial from Bobby's mother before we even moved into our first house.
yeah, because like I didn't even know how to do it. Like I didn't even know how to fold them.
Early bird or night owl?
Both, but early bird. Yeah.
Somebody's
Some
knocking at the
knocking on
door.
the door.
Let's see who it is. You think it's SJ?
Why do I feel like it's my son?
I don't know. Those are distinct knocks.
Yeah.
Gotta go potty? Okay. You need mom?
You can go. You can go ahead. Oh, he might have to take a dump.
His legs are going.
Oh yeah.
Dude's got to go.
Where's Ben at? What's he doing in there?
No.
He probably didn't want to tell Ben.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
He just go outside, take a piss. Outside.
It's funny.
That kid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
Something,
god.
huh?
I get home. He's attached to me right now. So it's like the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
However, like he's at the point where he does not have an off switch. Like there's no I can't complain because we just got done talking about me being intense. This fucking kid, I get home from work, he's like, monster trucks. And I'm like, yeah, bud. Like we're getting ready to eat dinner. He takes the whole fucking crate, puts him on the table, and Hannah's like, off the table. And I'm like,
my
okay,
gosh.
take him off the table. And he's like, Dad, after dinner, monster trucks, wrestling in your room. And I'm like, all right, buddy.
The whole evening
then-
planned.
Oh, dude. So it's 9:00 last night. And the last time I can't do this, I got him fucking all riled up the one night. We were wrestling on the bed. Like I pick him up and throw him, body slam him, like
Yeah.
flip him. And he's like twirling, doing barrel rolls. And he falls on and loves it. We did it for like 15 minutes. So this kid's heart rate was through the roof.
Oh,
And
boy.
then it's time to settle down. It's 9:45 and he is not settling down. Like he's still like kind of zipping. We're sitting down,
Yeah.
but he's still going. So usually bedtime is 9:20. 9:15, I had that fucking kid flying through the room.
Oh man.
So he didn't go to sleep that night. He came out. It's 10:30 and he's still awake. It's 11 and he's still awake.
Oh,
I'm
no.
passed out like on myself on the couch. He's awake.
Yeah.
And then last night, he good? And then last night, I did the same. I wrestled with him last night again. Fucking kid was up again. So no wrestling.
No more wrestling at
No
night.
more wrestling at night. He just mayhem.
fired
Dad,
up.
monster trucks. I'm like, nice, dude. Like I posted that story picture of him laying there.
He's lounging.
Oh, dude, if I break out I'm like, dude, I got to get a picture of this right now. He'll go like this. Like ready for the picture, like strike a pose. It's funny as fuck.
That's great.
He's a hoot.
You get him riled up and then you fall asleep.
That's what I just told everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. Here's another one. What is the go-to drink at an open bar? Or what's my go-to drink if we go out?
An old fashioned with 1 cube.
Old fashioned, or if we're not somewhere that like makes good old fashions, Jack and Diet.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. What is my favorite holiday?
Christmas.
It's either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I might say Thanksgiving.
I know. So it is. I hate to disagree with you here, Bob. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
But recently,
Kids.
over the past 2 years, it's just transitioned to Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thanksgiving has always been my favorite fucking holiday. Favorite. And just over the past 2 years, like I was telling her, what was it? Maybe a month ago or something. I'm like, I have no idea why I am so fucking amped for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite movie?
Oh God. You and I just don't agree when it comes to movies.
We don't do
so-
movies. I don't even know.
I
Yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
that's what I mean. You love all movies. Like
All
you
of them.
yeah, it's hard
Movie
to nail
buffs.
it's
Too
hard to nail
many.
one down.
What's Seth's middle name?
Do you know Bob?
I do.
Gregory?
Gregory. Seth G. Feroce.
Good
Yep.
work.
That's all we got on here.
I mean, we know you pretty well.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little nervous right now.
Are these the
Maybe
same
do-
questions for all
Yeah,
of us?
Yeah.
same questions.
So I'll ask
I don't
you
even,
Yeah.
two
I
now.
don't even know your favorite color.
I don't know either.
Right? There's just
Yeah, this actually
This-
like I won't even know.
I was just gonna
On
say
me.
the one out of the gate. Everybody knows that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like orange. But then with you, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, what's my favorite color?
I'm gonna say black. Because you're an artist and I feel like that yeah.
I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm just gonna say it. A shade of blue.
I
Like what he's wearing right now. That would have been my second.
The shades
yeah.
of blue that Bob has. I don't know why, because I've never heard Bob say this is my favorite color.
Never.
Never in
Never.
my life.
Nope.
Yeah, my favorite color is black. It is. It is. It just goes with everything. When I think of color that I like, what I wear.
Yeah.
I've always got a black hat or a black shirt, hoodie. Yeah. What's my favorite meal?
Chicken parm.
See, this is that shit. Like favorite.
Because you guys go in phases too.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that's it. Because if you ask like Seth when he's not like trying to be in shape or fucking
What about rephrasing it? What's my favorite food?
Okay, there you go.
burgers,
Pizza.
pizza,
Pizza.
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 fuck,
Yep. Hands down.
hands
Pizza,
down
pizza.
pizza. Yeah,
A burger and fries is a close second.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Whenever I think of you, like if I think of Bob as an old man, okay, Bob when he's old, all I'm going to think like you're going to be the grandpa that would smell like cookies.
yeah.
That's what I would think. Yeah,
Chocolate,
yeah.
sugar.
That's what I would think. I think your cologne would be like chocolate chip cookies. Like Kim's chocolate chip cookies
Yeah.
would be like like what does his breath smell like when you're close hugging kids and stuff?
That's a scent.
It would be chocolate
Kim-
chip
Cookies.
cookies.
Kim's chocolate chip
Baked
cookies.
goods, for sure.
That's great.
What is my pet peeve?
Gosh.
Kind of talked about that, but
Yeah, I don't remember though. You don't see that's the thing.
You
Like,
didn't really answer that.
yeah, you don't get too worked up like intense over the top like I do. it's a different dynamic that
Yeah.
she deals with. We don't at this office. At this office, everybody gets to deal with Seth in a similar way or a less toned down way than Hannah gets to deal with me. Here in the office, they don't get to deal with your bullshit. Like you don't express your bullshit the same way I do.
I don't.
You know what I mean? Like if Bob's giving someone the silent treatment, it's like, well, Bob's just a quiet guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it's not
that's-
personal at
No,
all. Yeah.
but it's not like. But even around here, you're like, oh, just that's Bob. Me, if Seth's silent, they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. If Seth's freaking out, they're like, oh, fuck me. If Seth's walking down the smile, they're like, oh, I don't know what that is, but that's different.
Let's roll with it. I think this is good. I think this is good.
Well, I'll just think of something personal that I do is once I find a meal that you make that you like, I'll make it over and over again. That's a pet peeve of yours about me.
That is a pet peeve.
Yeah.
Like
That's a
when-
nice pet peeve.
It is, but like
Because he's so picky, so I'm like, oh, I found another meal he likes.
she'll nail the most simple meal. Like that's what I go over the top about it. Like it's just so simple, and I'm like, dude, like this is it. And then she'll make it like 4 days later. I'm like, hey, we just fucking had this. She's like, you just said this was like your favorite thing I've cooked.
I don't
in, like,
want it
months."
again.
I'm like, well, yeah, we got to save it for next week or 2 weeks from now. We're gonna it's gonna get old. You know, and
Bob loves options.
I do, but simple options.
Yeah.
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 All right. Am I an
Bob.
early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
Early bird. Yeah. Bob at night doesn't work anymore.
Does not work.
No. 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Eat dinner and we're out.
I just like the mornings. I
Yeah.
like the mornings.
I do too.
I like the mornings anywhere we go, whether we're at the beach, like in the mornings, whenever we go somewhere, like just as a couple, whenever we go like on vacations, whenever like here, like
Yeah.
whenever I was in Idaho in the mountains, like I just like the mornings.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, I'm like, man, look at the sun. Look
And
at that thing.
and like
It's so
the
pretty."
act of the getting coffee and going to do what you want to do with your coffee. Like mine was always sitting on the couch with Luna. Now it's sitting on the couch with the boys and just saying hi to them, letting them outside, walking out. Like it's just the act of it all.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes of my day is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For
I
sure.
beeline it to the coffee pot, get that, and I'm like, okay, I got 12 more minutes, and I'm going to use the bathroom. But I got 12 minutes where I can legit sit here, not a thought in my head.
Yeah.
He'll send me Instagram memes for 20 minutes.
I will.
Listen, that's one of the greatest things
Our
in the world
mornings
to
are
do.
pretty similar.
So I
Right?
saw a meme. It's perfect. It said a woman posted it, and she was like, if your man is sending you funny memes or YouTube videos, you have to know that's like the highest level of respect in their culture as men.
Yes.
And I couldn't agree more. Like, I'm not just sending shit to anyone. It's to my core people.
Yeah.
One being you.
Oh yeah.
Thank goodness.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Glad I made that list.
Yeah, you did.
deal.
You did.
It's fun too. Like the internet is such a wild place. There's so much fucking horrible shit. But then like the meme comedy, it's my favorite. Like
man.
I just want to start a meme page of all the fun things that I've seen, like for everybody
Yeah.
to see and witness.
So you know what's really funny? You know the two dogs, the dog
yeah.
memes.
I'm obsessed with
Okay,
that.
hilarious.
so after you showed me, they started showing up in my feed because I looked into them, and then I show her the one night, and she thought it was funny but didn't quite get it. Then she started getting hit with them. Now, if you look at her explore page, every other video,
It's the dogs.
dude, I'm not kidding. Every other video is these fucking dogs. And at night she'll be like, look at this one. Look at this one. Like she's got 12 lined up and I haven't seen them before.
It is
And they're
the
all
funniest
funny.
thing.
Yeah.
It's so great because it's usually like when you and your buddy do this.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he just said, he goes, we should have done one with Kim and Hannah. It was like when they found out they were going to be on the podcast.
And it's the dogs. Back and
The
forth.
dogs looking
That's
at
funny
each
as
other
fuck.
like,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh.
I love it.
Me too.
All
Internet
right,
is
we've got
funny.
a couple more here. Go-to drink at an open bar.
Same.
Same as
Old
Seth.
fashioned,
Yeah.
Jack and Diet.
Yep. What's my favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Just gonna say it's Christmas.
You're like
yeah,
a
it
little
is.
kid.
Yeah.
I love Christmas. I love it.
Wait, what did you say the other day? Because I said, I'm like, listen, I'm like, no more presents. Like, I'm done buying gifts like for each other. Like, we get stuff all year round. Like, whatever. You can buy something, I'll wrap it. We don't have to wrap it. And he goes, so when are we going to, what did you say? Like, it was maybe a matter of 12 hours after this conversation. And you're like, so when are we going to start picking out the stuff we want to buy ourselves? Like, instantly, I was like, don't you have a new bike coming still?
I do.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't count. It's not December
Yeah,
yet.
But
right?
no, she was putting an emphasis on like, yeah, just buy what you want. She's like, do you want me to wrap it? I'm like, no. I was like, and what? Put it under the tree that I can't have what I bought myself till Christmas? I'm like, that is not how that works. I'm like, I get it same day.
But I said to him, I go, there's no pouting on Christmas morning when we're not sitting around the tree, like, actively opening gifts.
Listen, you're supposed to have a couple surprises.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple little
Oh,
surprises.
man. It drives me crazy. By the way, he's the worst person to buy a present for.
Oh,
I know
yes.
you know that.
That is.
But he is the absolute worst.
Yep.
I've gotten
You're the worst, but it's also fun because you're literally like a kid opening gifts. But Bob's face, if he doesn't like anything,
it is hard to hide it.
he doesn't even know what to do with it. Like, what do I do with this gift? I don't really like it, but I can't tell you.
It's no
So
one's
he like
fault.
sits there and he's like, it's like awkward. And I'm like, just put it down. Like, just put it back under the
You
tree.
fucking dickhead.
Like there was a few years where like after we were done opening presents, she made a pile of things that are getting returned.
Oh my God.
And then like after like I'd just done being an asshole for a few hours, like I'd start to like I'm like, oh, I mean this is actually pretty nice. Like
I'll play with it.
I would
I'll
never
play
bought
with
it, but I'll check
play
it
with
out.
it.
Yeah.
No, you act like you like it, but then it will sit in the corner for 3 years. Some of the presents I bought you are still sitting in the corner.
Yeah, he'll do that too.
Yeah.
Or it was probably like one too many. He's like, oh, can't tell her to return that one.
He
So
acts
that's
excited, but
Yeah.
then I know he's not.
Well, at least he
'cause-
acts it.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to. Now you're getting
Bob
yelled at for your
does.
way. I'm getting yelled
I
at for
know.
my way.
Yeah.
Can't win.
Oh, it's funny.
Bitches.
I
Yep.
know. All right. My favorite movie.
There's so
I mean,
many.
that's a tough one, Mike.
Yeah.
It depends on the mood. I mean, I think just quoting movies is fun.
yeah.
I will say one. I stopped watching this movie during the year to only watch it during the holidays, and you love this movie too. Why him?
Oh,
Oh
It's a
my
Christmas
gosh,
movie.
yes.
Yes.
It's a Christmas movie.
It has now fallen into my Christmas movies. I'm like, I won't watch it all year long. After Thanksgiving is when I
Yeah.
begin watching Why Him. It is fucking hilarious.
I agree. We haven't watched it all.
Yeah,
year.
or the what is it? The Office Christmas Party.
Dude, awesome
oh my
movie.
gosh,
It's-
that
We
one's
haven't watched that one.
that one's
Yeah, huh?
hilarious too. That yeah.
Yeah, that one.
And
only-
we have not watched that one in a while, so
No.
it's a good time. But I would say anything with like Will Ferrell or I don't know anything.
Anything
funny.
I heavily quote
Yeah,
is up
yeah.
there for me. Yeah.
I don't know.
We're pretty
I don't
good
know,
on
Lloyd, the
we're pretty
French are
good on the
assholes.
same movie wavelength for the most part.
We are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still a few oddball movies like she just can't get into Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
Like kinda, but like most she's like, I just can't get it. I don't get it.
I think I mean, I don't know if it's definitely geared towards a male demographic.
For sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
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 I love those movies.
All right, last one. What's my middle name?
Kane.
How do you spell it?
Caine.
Yep.
Very good.
Wow.
Good work.
Very good.
I've seen it on a lot of documents.
Documents.
Yeah.
Robert
The
Kane.
old John Hancock.
Yep.
Well, we passed that test.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Not bad. Shaner, how we doing?
Doing good.
That's good.
Thanks, Shane.
Shane's newly married.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ring kind of caught me off guard, Shane.
Yeah.
Shane's in it
You
now.
are taken
I'm still getting used to
off the
wearing it.
market.
Shane, in the year of 2023, bought a brand new house, got married, just got a fucking sick company truck. That dick has grown even bigger than it already was.
That feels good though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything
It's
came
awesome.
together.
I'm happy
There's,
for you.
yeah.
Thanks.
So proud.
Yeah, so are we, dude.
It's not easy to dedicate yourself to something like that we have just got done talking about for an hour and 40 minutes that Shane has also done in his life. Like Shane's dedicated to everything, an equal partner in just work. It's going incredibly well. It wouldn't be where it is without you. And then like your significant other probably puts up with some of the shit, me calling you on a Saturday or a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, 8:45 at night. I got to call Shane, get it through this. Okay, I can only imagine what it's like whenever you see my name come across the phone and Brittany's right next to you and she's like, oh boy.
No, she's good about it. Like Saturday when we had to try a protein sample. She was right there trying it with me.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
no, she's really good about everything.
In it, dude. In it. And I think it's how life goes when you start to try to do really intense or extravagant things. That it's just if your significant other isn't in it with you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's that thing where now knowing on how incredible my life is now and everything that I have accomplished since I've met you, and the life I lived previously, like if you don't have a significant other that's in it, or you're dating somebody that's not in it with you, I'm gonna be very blunt. Get them the fuck out of your life. Get them the fuck out.
Yeah.
Take a fucking hike.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
not gonna work.
It's not going to fucking work. If you want to do some incredible shit and you're like, well, I got to choose between her and you know, my passion in life. Well, but I'm going to tell you right now that if you are not choosing your passion in life or she is not supporting your passion in life, you're fucked, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are in a tough spot because that means that that person is so selfish that they cannot get over themselves to help you live out your passion. You're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing that takes place is like making sure not that we're being nosy or we feel like we have all right to know everything, but like if you're coming home in a mood and you're just not telling us anything, that's also doesn't work. Like you have to be open and honest. Like again, not that we're being nosy, but we need to know what is occurring, like just so we know how to even help you guys.
Yeah.
And then
In
there's times,
any kind of
then there's
way.
times that we open up and they're like,
Right?
You should have just kept that one to yourself.
really wish you didn't.
Yeah.
I really wish you didn't tell me
But
that
I'm
one.
sure you guys felt good about at least being able to get it off your chest and vocalize. Sometimes just vocalizing it.
Nothing surprises me.
No.
Not anymore.
No,
No.
not anymore. Not at all.
No.
No.
I was complimented on the intensity of how things are and what's going on with the companies, and she's like, "Man, you're handling this really well." I'm like, "I don't got a fucking choice.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. If I freak out, nothing good's gonna happen."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she said the same thing right now.
So you're doing a very good job. You guys
I
are
don't
doing good.
feel burned out yet. Like I do
I'm just tired.
in moments. I'm tired, but I just remember end of last year, like I was completely like fizzled out.
That's why we have Just Work.
Yep.
Whenever you're
There you
feeling
go.
down, you can pick up a can of Just Work.
I mean,
Energy for every occasion.
Even when you're sluggish and feel like shit.
I know when he told me the one day he had 3 Just Works, and that's coming from Bobby that only can literally have 1 cup of coffee a day and he'll be jittery. I was like, is your heart okay? I'm like, how do you feel?
Wait.
He's like, I'm just so
she said he
tired.
had 3.
He had 3 Just Works the
Yeah.
one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
last
yeah.
couple weeks.
And he's like, I'm just tired.
It was a minimal
like-
of two a day for the last 2
Yeah.
weeks,
Oh yeah.
and then a couple 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's intense.
I was seeing sounds.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Whenever you're whacked out, it's one of those things when you get whacked out, you're like, man, this is a drug.
Oh
You,
yeah.
you know what I mean? When
Caffeine.
you cross that line, that threshold that your body can handle, and you're fucking starting to get whacked out, you're like, like, because we've all done drugs, so we know how it affects us, and each drug's a little bit different in some way, shape, or form. And then all of a sudden you cross, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's a drug. Here it
It
is.
hit me.
Am I supposed to like this? Because I kind of do, but I really fucking don't because it's a drug. Yeah.
No, I could drink 3 of them.
Oh,
She hit me
no.
up. It was what on,
That was on
just
Saturday,
Saturday. She killed one in the morning. She drank a cup of coffee whenever we woke up, but not much. Only like half a
half.
cup. And then she took a Just Work and then texted me like maybe an hour and a half later. She's like, "You think I could drink another one?" And I'm like, "Babe, I wouldn't."
Yeah.
Because there's times when she comes home and she's like, "I drank way too much caffeine today," and I'm like, "Oh man."
It'll all hit you at once, and
Yeah.
you're just like, shit.
Yeah.
I was cracking them on the way home last week. like in the evening.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like having one
Oh
at
yeah,
like
you
5:30,
were
6
when you were
o'clock.
went into the gym to lift and stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't. My tolerance is not there anymore.
I mean, it is why I love these because they're not stupid caffeinated,
Yeah.
but it's just enough, and it's like
Yeah.
the clean
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're not all syrupy and sugary and
They
shit.
taste so good.
Yeah.
they're so fucking.
Doesn't
good.
leave that bad taste in your mouth.
Listen, I'll say this. There's a lot of people out there that like just work. This one is one of the most picky people when it comes to energy drinks. Like super picky. And the fact that she likes like 75% of the flavors lets me know we did a good job.
Yeah.
Because it's like Hannah doesn't like many energy drinks.
No, and some people are stuck in their ways. Like they don't want to stop what they like.
Out of every
Yeah.
sample flavor or delicious flavors that we have coming out that nobody knows about that we have in the warehouse, that one there, the white, the glacier, is the best. And I'm like, no, it's not. This new
That's
one's
my
way better. And
favorite.
she's like, no, it's not. This is the best
He
one.
keeps trying to
Yeah.
like bring them home to like
For
make me
some-
change my mind, but
Yep.
happening so far.
I mean, we might have something better than all of them
We might.
in the pipeline.
I think so.
I think so.
It's.
Apparently, I can't post about it or something.
I tried to. I got yelled at.
Yep.
Secret.
Shaner.
Yeah, we got them a little early.
A little bit. A little bit.
That's hard to not like get a new product in and not post about it.
That's why most of
And
the
then you
time
bring
I-
it, then you bring them home, and I'm like, ooh, and
That
it's
was a
like,
mistake. I should have kept it in my office.
I will not.
I
be
know, but it could
revealing
just be
that.
an accident.
Yeah,
you
like if
know?
it was in a shot somewhere,
Yeah.
or well, that's why I only put 2 in the fridge, and I was like, don't keep stocking it because that's where the mistake will come. Just get excited to try them all.
Oh, we didn't really talk too much about your personal lives, where you two came from, or anything like that. Like, I mean,
Where
we
we
just
came
kind
from.
yeah, no,
Where'd you come from?
I don't know. My mom and the authorities are still trying to figure that out.
That's great.
But no, it's like people were not too. People know that we talk enough about you guys on here, so everybody that listens pretty much knows. But there was a couple questions. We covered a lot of this stuff, just not directly, but we covered a lot of it. What are the dumbest arguments? Just
Over food. Always over food.
We don't argue. We just don't talk.
lack of communication.
Yeah. I would say we bicker, not like argue.
It's so short-lived. Like it'll be like a fucked up
Yeah.
statement, and then we both moved on. Like it'll be
I
like,
feel like I yelled at you the other
Yeah.
day.
I don't remember. Wasn't too important.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Couple people asked how we met, like the significant others, and how we have met as like how Kim, how you met Bob, and how I met Hannah.
I was
Trying to
best
think.
friends with Bob's sister. We were young. I was 15, and I think she was. I
You
think
guys
we're
have been in it how long?
20 years.
20 years.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
14 on us. It's a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, we all
She-
kind of hung out with mutual friends. But
I was dating her best friend, and then she started fucking other dudes.
I
Not
don't-
Kim, the other girl.
I don't think it was that. Like, yeah.
I mean, it was part of it.
In
And-
my
and
head,
then-
that's
and
what was
she-
occurring.
And then she like told me what was like going down. It was kind of like
Because I liked you.
And then Kim, just snuck her way right in
a
there.
little bit, yeah. Yeah,
But it's mainly through your sister. Like,
yeah it is. Yeah, it is.
I got to know you
Yeah, I was around you a
being
lot.
friends with Brooke.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And we just hung out ever since because we lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, rode the same school bus every day.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like for how long? Like since you were kids?
15.
yeah. Yeah, I was 15. She
Like
was,
even before riding the same bus? Like before that? Like high school stuff? No.
like, did we know each other before that?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I probably only really. Well, I only moved to like our neighborhood when I was in 7th grade, and you weren't there yet.
No, I think I
Or
was
you
there already.
were.
I was like 10 when we moved out of Philadelphia
Yeah. Yeah,
to
when she-
Reading, Pennsylvania. So, and that was our only house we lived in, was in that
so-
neighborhood.
Yeah, so I was always like a school building like ahead of her until
Yeah.
we were both in high school.
Say we went
Yeah.
to different elementary schools.
So
too,
since you've been together for so long, and a question this long time, 15 to now, all the shit in between, would you say that we kind of covered this? How is it possible for a couple to continue to love each other 20 years later? Like, you guys aren't that old,
No.
but 20 years is a long motherfucking time.
Yeah.
So, what would you say was the key to the success of being together, still loving each other, and seem to have like a phenomenal relationship at this point in time? How's that possible? Like, because a lot of people get the 7-year itch. They start wanting to stay right
Yeah.
around that 7-year time. You know, all those things. So,
Yeah.
what would you say is the key to the success of 20-year relationship?
I mean, that's really hard to nail that down, but I think the biggest thing was we both had like big aspirations and dreams
Drive. Yeah.
in life. Her so more like before I figured myself out, because as soon as we got into high school and her sister was an RN or was becoming an RN, and she thought that was a really cool career path and liked what Jackie Ann was doing. So she started doing nursing in Votech in high school. So like she knew through high school, I am going to be an RN. I might be something more so in the medical field. Like she just had a plan from 9th grade on up. And like I always supported that. I thought that was cool. I'm like, man, she knows what she wants to do. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I'm going to go to community college for like 2 years, maybe figure it out. And through that process, I was really good at school, and I really got passionate about design and video work, you know, while I was in college and working for some other companies. So like that, I was like, I can finally make money doing something that I really love. I'm like, maybe this will be my career path. So like we both got into it then. She was already graduated, making money as an RN. We were
I wasn't
21
even 21 when I
old.
graduated.
You know,
so, yeah.
she was making a salary me and her maybe dreamed of someday, and she was making it right out of school.
Yeah.
So I think that constant like evolution of like me quitting my job, starting AR with you, her getting done as an RN and going into grad school, then her graduating grad school, getting a job as an NP here in Pittsburgh when we moved out here. We both had our own life path, but then like just we shared it together.
Yeah.
Like and the tables were completely turned when she was going through school and she was the, you know, supporting my ass financially and through all those times. And when we started AAR, I was still in Reading for a year,
years.
2 years, 3 years. So I was home during the day. I cooked, I cleaned, I took care of Luna.
Yep.
And like these roles switched, and it was almost 10 years to the dot
Yeah.
in between our so far in this life. So I'd say that the success is having your own dreams and like living them together.
Yeah.
And just supporting that. I think that's the only reason why like everything has stayed spicy, and every year like I legit feel like we have a better relationship every year we're together.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was going to answer it too.
Yeah.
We both have motivation, drive, and it's not even about goals. It's about just ourselves that we might not even share with each other.
Yeah.
Like you have thoughts and feelings about what you want to do and be as a person, even 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, and I feel the same exact way. And I think it's pretty cool how it all ties in together then. So
Good sex too.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good sex.
It seems like such a simple concept.
It does.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're supposed to have big aspirations for yourself and just work together. It's such a simple thing to say, but to execute's incredibly difficult because there's going to be a lot of really ugly shit in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean there was some ugly times, but looking at the 20 years as a whole, I feel like we didn't have to work at it too much for it to be as special as it is.
Is it crazy to think that there's so many people out there that have so many issues and relationships and don't get along with one another. Do you think that those people don't get along because of their own selfish acts? Do you think they're in the way of their own success because they want the person that they like to be different than they are? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I was like, if like, because whenever last night Hannah and I were talking about it, and I was like, how do you handle, being so intense or the businesses? And she's like, I don't know. That's just our life. Like, it's not like I'm not fighting it. She's like, I don't go against the grain. Why would I go against the grain? It's not going to get us anywhere. Mm-hmm. And that type of thought process just means that Hannah's a good person and she loves me and she wants to see the success. But then there's other people out there, like if she was going against the grain, it would be like she doesn't want to see the success happen.
Yeah.
It's almost like I would be like, well, why aren't you doing this? Just do it, babe. And she's like, well, I don't want to do it. Like, I think that's where a lot of relationships, people are trying to change the other person.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's just not who they are. Like, even though you like them and they're pretty and you like the way they look and you like the physicality part of it all, but who they are and what they want in life is not aligning with your shit. So therefore, just because you're physically attracted to them doesn't mean that you spend the rest of your life with if that person is making your life a living fucking hell. You have to choose your life partner because eventually looks are going to fade.
No way.
We're going to get old.
But it's because it's funny that you said no way because they won't, because when you love someone unconditionally, like no matter what occurs, like you love them. Like even if you're 9 months pregnant and I got a fucking arm above my head, I still want to fuck each other. It's things that people don't think about. People don't take them serious enough because there's so much sex and debauchery and bullshit OnlyFans stuff on the internet that it's like you're losing that aspect of life, and its monetary value is taking more that sell themselves for this and not gain something. Because there's so many podcasts out there of like like having all those OnlyFans bitches on like podcasts, and then some guy will come in and be like, listen, like, you know that this is all going to fade and you will be worth nothing as a human being to life. And the women are like, oh my God, you're so right. This is fucking crazy. I enjoy watching those because they can put things eloquently, and I'm just like, I'm not eloquent with things at times. But no. Well, quite the podcast.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
On
was
your
fun.
birthday, too?
Yeah.
Happy
Hey, I
birthday.
got you a little birthday present.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Great wrap job.
I did wrap it. The one side's better than the other, like the wrap.
It looks good, Bob.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. My mom could have like worked at like a department store, like wrapping Christmas presents. She was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
it now?
Yeah, you can open it now.
As long as it's good, right, Bob?
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
You can't really guess. It's just a gift box. You're like hard to buy for, but not.
Oh, I thought there was literally nothing in there.
That would have been
Oh,
funny.
I know what this is, but I don't know what it is. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Man. Holy smokes. This is fucking awesome. It's a knife.
It is a knife.
Okay.
It's a knife.
Is this from Grizzly Forge?
It is.
Fucking right. Bro, this is a big knife.
It's a big time knife.
This is a big time knife.
It is.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bob, why'd you have to outdo me like that?
I'm getting a blowjob later. It's not outdoing a blowjob, but it's a great knife.
You're still winning. You're still winning. Yeah.
Nothing better than a birthday glory. I mean, come on. Dude, this is sick. I've wanted one of these for a
I know,
long
you were
time.
talking
I've
about
missed
'em.
I've missed his drops many a times. These
Yeah.
are sharp as fuck
Yeah.
too.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, I thought it was a sick piece. Yeah. 39.
39.
39. Happy birthday, dude.
I have to give
Yeah.
you a coin. A coin in my office.
Oh.
It's like some tradition that they say about whenever another man gives you a knife, you give him a coin for good luck.
Oh,
Never heard of this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Guy
I
thing.
have one in my office. I'm big on traditions. I love them. I think that they should.
These two are like, where'd you come up with that tradition?
It's not me.
Like,
An old,
You surprised me every day.
an old cat came up with that. I'd heard it from him, so I think it's anything that has a tradition. I'd like to continue to carry on. It's nice. Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like you
but-
guys are pretty good with just like saying something where we're like, oh, like, wow, really?
That is a profound statement,
He
young
gets
man.
me every time. Like, and he'll just drag it on. And I'm like, and then eventually he'll be like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm like, what? Like, I believe in you so much.
He uses
works,
the knife for like the most. He'll cut his steak with that. For sure.
Oh my
I know,
gosh.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
What a beautiful knife.
Yeah.
I am fucking thrilled. Man.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about Grizzly Forge, check them out. Their page is so cool.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name. I follow a bunch of people that do like forging, and he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy is Kirkpatrick Forge. He has a cool page too.
Yeah.
He follows me. Man. But Grizzly Forge has insane knives. They're nice. These are beautiful. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I was wondering what was in there. I was like, did you get me a shirt?
I would
Shirt.
I would never.
I would never. Yeah. I get you shirts all year round.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, I was like, Kim, can you find me a gift box perfect size for this? And she was like, Christ, dude. Like,
Give me a
yeah,
fucking
I'll
break.
try.
I really want it like a decorative gift box, but it's an awkward size.
I'm not gonna
so-
lie, I wanted a different
Yeah,
box
I know you
too,
did.
but it's
You didn't have to tell me about that.
I didn't until now.
You cracked me up.
Yeah.
So particular.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This was great. Thank you for the gift.
You're welcome.
Ladies, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks
I
for
think it
having
went
us.
well. I calmed down within like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I settled
Yeah.
down.
I feel like we were just at dinner,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
I guess. Yeah.
But other than that, we have a phenomenal release, everyone. Black Friday is upon us, the biggest release of the year on Thursday, November 23rd, Thanksgiving night at 8 p.m. The All-American Roughneck Black Friday event goes on. It is available. We have a ton of really cool shit, giveaways loaded throughout. We have a ton of shit, dude. Go look at the blog, everybody. It's in our bios. It is, how many items? 44 this year?
44 new items.
44 brand new items, more customized than ever. Everything that we did for this is more customized than ever. Bigger discounts than we've ever done. 12 to 20% off on the entire new release of everything brand new. Everything from previous releases is 30% off. Ton of giveaways. And then also for the demo crew, if you are a part of the demo crew, Kelly brought up that I said earlier this year we should do something special for the demo crew and bring someone in. And she's like, well, Black Friday's upon us, so why don't we put in like a raffle for all of the people that are a part of the demo crew? We can't give you early access to the website. Our systems are not set up for that. However, we said we're going to enter a drawing. So for every $100 that you spend on this release for Black Friday on All-American Roughneck, you will be entered into an opportunity for a full paid trip here to headquarters.
Awesome.
You will get to come in. We will fly you here. We will set you up in a probably in either the hotel or the townhouse. And then we will film a podcast with you. You'll be able to come on here. You will be able to tell your story, who you are. We'll have a bunch of fucked up questions for you to answer. We'll bring everybody in. So we'll film the podcast. And then you will also get to film a YouTube video with me. Whatever you want to train, we will film.
Oh boy.
So we're going to have 2 winners from that. So people in the demo crew, for every $100 that you spend on this release, you will be entered into an opportunity for the full paid trip into headquarters. And depending on when it'll be, you will be in the new headquarters building.
Yeah.
So it might be in a new podcast setup. It'll be fucking laid out. I'm excited. So that is for All-American Roughneck. And then on Axe and Sledge Black Friday event is at 9 p.m. Because believe it or not, there are different people that buy from different companies. And a lot of people buy from both companies. But for Axe and Sledge, we have 20% off the entire site. And then a ton of cool shit that we're giving away at different tiers. Every order gets a sticker sheet. Tier 2 at $125 gets a bunch of free shit. And then at tier 3, you get all the free shit. And then we are also doing a raffle. So for every $100 that you spend on Axe and Sledge, you are entered into a raffle to get a free customized Arctic cooler. Like big.
Nice.
What's the big ones that we have in the cooler there?
They're fucking super cool.
Legit as fuck.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a video here for them today, and then we'll be posting about it. But in there, in the cooler, is going to be a bunch of free cool shit.
Nice.
You'll get your own free flavor of the Elf collab. And then I went and raided Heather's office. So flavors that we have never done of the grind. So we have a ton of flavors in there that are approved for future use that we are just not releasing yet, and they'll be released next year, or just things that we brought in that were fire but it didn't make the cut. You will get 4 mystery flavors. So each cooler will get a mystery flavor of the grind that you can post about and guess what it is, and then we'll tell you what it is after you guess and get it wrong or get it right. But it's going to be full of a bunch of cool shit. So there's 4 coolers we're giving away for Axe and Sledge. So for every $100 that you spend on Axe and Sledge, you get entered in the opportunity to win this cool Arctic cooler. I think they're like $275 coolers.
Yeah, I think there were more. I think there were
because they were
more.
customized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's has a
Oh,
big action sledge.
that
on
was
the lid.
our cost, but
Yeah.
what they sell them for is like $400.
Yeah. It's the big wheeled with the handle Arctic coolers, like dude.
Custom color.
They're nice.
Like, we can't order the custom color right now. It's sold out. I'm actually kind of jerked off.
Yeah, everyone's pissed off.
Yeah, because we were going to order more for us, and I'm like, we should give them away. And they're like, listen, dickhead, they're for us. And I'm like, yeah, but they're cool. People like it.
Yeah.
No, this is an opportunity for us to actually give back to all of you guys with all the cool free shit for the release, the biggest discounts of the year. You guys help us be able to do what we do. So, and everybody buys a lot of gifts for themselves, significant others, aunts, uncles, brothers for Christmas. And that's why we give these giant, massive discounts. So tons of cool shit.
Very nice.
Very nice. But again, ladies, thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
We had a good time.
Appreciate
This was
it.
fun.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good job, Shane.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shane.
Everybody, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for listening. And be ready, 8 p.m. Thursday night, Eastern Standard Time. All American Roughneck. 9 p.m. Axe and Sledge. I love you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.